Dear soul who carries this invisible weight in your heart, you who wake every morning with his name whispering through your mind, you who close your eyes and see him dancing behind your eyelids, I see you. I feel the intensity of this love that flows through your veins like a river that never runs dry, even when you beg for relief. You've lived enough life to know the difference between fleeting attraction and something deeper, haven't you? At your age, you've experienced love in various forms. Perhaps you've been married, raised children, built a career, weathered storms that would have broken your younger self. Yet here you are, feeling something that defies all your accumulated wisdom about matters of the heart. Today, Archangel Gabriel, the divine messenger of truth and guardian of heart secrets, makes himself present through this sacred message. He brings light to the darkness of your confusion, clarity to the labyrinth of your feelings. Prepare your heart to receive truths that your soul already knows, but your mind hasn't yet been able to comprehend. This isn't an ordinary message, dear one. This is a divine revelation about the spiritual nature of the love you carry, about the golden threads that connect your essence to his, even when he seems so distant. Gabriel whispers, "Beloved daughter, what you feel isn't merely human. It's sacred. Perhaps you've questioned yourself, wondering if a woman of your maturity should be feeling this intensity. You've told yourself you should know better, that you should be past this kind of emotional upheaval. But Gabriel wants you to know that spiritual connections don't follow the rules of age or social expectations. They follow the timeless laws of the soul. Your heart knows this pain that has no name, doesn't it? This sensation of being lost in an ocean of emotions, where each wave that crashes brings his face, the memory of his smile, the echo of his voice saying your name. You try to push these thoughts away, but they return like persistent butterflies, landing delicately on every moment of your day. I know you've already asked yourself if you're losing your mind, if it's normal to feel this intensity for someone who may not even notice the whirlwind you carry inside. You've tried to convince yourself it's just infatuation, just loneliness, just the foolishness of a woman who should know better by now. But deep in your being, you know it's something more profound, something that transcends human logic. This constant need to know how he's doing, this emptiness that settles when he's not around, this feeling that a part of you is always walking beside him, even when you're separated. All of this is real. All of this is valid. All of this has a divine purpose that goes beyond your current understanding. You might feel embarrassed by the intensity of your feelings, especially when well-meaning friends suggest you should act your age or move on. But your heart isn't wrong to feel this magnitude of love. You're not broken for not being able to simply get over it, as everyone advises. You're experiencing something that few have the courage to feel, a connection that goes beyond the physical, beyond the temporal, beyond what eyes can see. At this stage of your life, you've learned to trust your intuition, haven't you? You've developed the wisdom to distinguish between what's real and what's merely wishful thinking. So when your heart tells you this connection is different, when your soul recognizes something your mind can't name, trust that inner knowing. Your years of experience have taught you to honor your authentic feelings, not dismiss them. The angels whisper truths that your heart already knows, but your mind still resists accepting. Gabriel shows me that there's a sacred difference between loving someone and carrying a spiritual connection with that person. What you feel isn't just attraction, isn't just longing, it's soul recognition. From beyond the veil, before you both were born into this physical plane, your souls danced together in divine light. You walked through celestial gardens, shared sacred purposes, made promises that echo to this day in your cellular memory. This person isn't just someone you met by chance. He's an extension of your own essence, a piece of your cosmic puzzle. Gabriel reveals that some souls come to Earth with intertwined missions, with destinies that cross and recross throughout multiple lifetimes. You are what we call mirror souls, two consciousnesses that reflect deep aspects of the spiritual journey in each other. That's why you feel this inexplicable familiarity when you look at him, why your heart recognizes something your mind cannot name. Every tear you've shed for him has watered invisible seeds of spiritual growth. Every night you've spent awake thinking about him was a silent prayer that reached the heavens. Every sigh heavy with longing was an invocation for divine love to manifest more fully in your life. This recognition becomes even more profound when you consider your life stage. You've moved beyond the superficial attractions of youth, beyond the need to prove yourself through relationships. What you're feeling now is the pure recognition of a soul that your spirit has known across time and space. This isn't the desperate clinging of inexperience. This is the deep knowing of a mature soul recognizing its counterpart. Gabriel whispers that your life experiences, the loves you've known, the losses you've endured, the wisdom you've gained, all of these have prepared you for this moment of recognition. Your heart has been refined by life's fires, making it capable of recognizing divine love when it appears. Look back and see how much you've grown since he entered your life. Feel the depth of your feelings, the capacity for love that has expanded within your chest. Even in pain, even in uncertainty, you've discovered layers of yourself you didn't know existed. He became the mirror that reflected your infinite capacity to love. Recognize the light you've brought to his life, even when he seems not to notice. Every gesture of care, every loving word, every moment of genuine presence. All of this has become part of his essence. You've planted seeds of love that will bloom in divine timing when he's ready to receive them fully. Feel the strength that pulses through your veins, even when you doubt yourself. This capacity to love unconditionally, to forgive infinitely, to wait with patience. This isn't weakness. It's divine power manifested through you. You're demonstrating to the universe that true love exists, that sacred devotion still beats in human hearts. Think about this. How many people have you touched with this intensity of love throughout your life? How many souls have you warmed with this sacred flame that burns in your chest? Your capacity to love this way is a divine gift, a blessing that few possess. You're not suffering for nothing. You're expanding your consciousness through the most transformative experience that exists, unconditional love. At your age, you understand the rarity of what you're experiencing. You've probably witnessed friends settle for comfortable companionship, seen marriages that function more like business partnerships than love affairs. You know that what you feel, this soul-deep connection, is extraordinary. Don't let anyone convince you to diminish it or dismiss it as inappropriate for your age. Your maturity brings wisdom to this experience that younger souls cannot access. You can hold the intensity of this love without losing yourself in it. You can honor the connection while maintaining your own identity. This balance between passionate love and self-possession is something only a woman of your experience can achieve. I am Gabriel, Archangel of divine communication and guardian of sacred messages, and I come through this message to whisper truths to your restless heart. Beloved daughter, what you feel for him isn't a cosmic accident, isn't a whim of destiny. It's the sacred recognition of a soul that your essence has known since before time began to count. He is part of your spiritual journey, a fundamental piece in the puzzle of your evolution. Every thought you have about him is a prayer that rises to the heavens. Every feeling that pulses in your chest is an invocation for divine love to manifest in your life. You're not obsessed. You're connected. You're not lost. You're finding deep layers of your own divinity through him. I want you to understand something crucial. The love you carry isn't diminished by your age. It's enhanced by it. You've lived long enough to know the difference between infatuation and soul recognition. You've experienced enough relationships to understand that what you feel for him is rare and precious. Your life experience has prepared you for this moment. Every heartbreak you've endured, every lesson you've learned about love, every moment of growth you've experienced, all of this has refined your heart's ability to recognize divine love when it appears. You're not too old for this kind of love. You're exactly the right age to fully appreciate its sacred nature. I give you this sacred promise. The love you carry is not in vain. Every fiber of your being that vibrates with his energy is aligned with a greater purpose. Be patient with divine timing. Be gentle with your sensitive heart. The universe is orchestrating a symphony where you both are the principal notes, and each measure has its exact moment to sound. Trust the sacred process. Trust your heart's wisdom. Trust that true love always finds its way back home. And trust that your years of experience have given you the tools to navigate this spiritual connection with grace and wisdom. As if this message from Archangel Gabriel has touched your soul, if you feel these words were written especially for you, write in the comments, "I trust in divine timing of love." Let the angels feel your presence. Let the universe register your unwavering faith in the power of true love. For those of you who've lived long enough to know the difference between ordinary attraction and soul recognition, if you feel that Gabriel is speaking directly to your heart, write, "I honor my mature heart's wisdom." Before we continue with the next revelation from the angels, pause for a moment and feel the energy of this message. Place your hand on your heart and breathe deeply. If you feel that Gabriel is truly speaking to you through this screen, if every word resonates as a truth your soul already knew, confirm your presence in the comments. The angels need to know you're ready to receive more. You who have lived through different seasons of love, who have learned to distinguish between what feeds your soul and what merely fills time. You understand that what you're feeling deserves respect, not dismissal. Let the angels know you're here, ready to receive the deeper truths about this sacred connection. Gabriel shows me that this pain you carry has a very specific divine purpose. It's sculpting in you a capacity to love that transcends the ordinary, that goes beyond what most people can experience. You're being polished like a diamond, and each facet of this pain is creating a new surface to reflect divine light. Spiritual assistance surrounds you constantly, even when you feel alone on this journey. Every moment of pain is accompanied by legions of angels whispering words of comfort to your heart. You're never truly alone, even when it seems the whole world doesn't understand the intensity of what you feel. The challenges you're facing are part of a greater plan, a divine tapestry being woven with golden threads of love and silver threads of patience. Your soul chose this experience to expand your consciousness, to awaken levels of compassion and understanding that can only be reached through the direct experience of unconditional love. Gabriel whispers that what you're living isn't a mistake, isn't a deviation from your path. It is the path. Every beat of your heart that echoes his name is a prayer being sent to the cosmos. Every sigh filled with love is an invocation for divine harmony to manifest in your life. Your maturity brings a special dimension to this experience. You've learned to love without losing yourself, to hope without becoming desperate, to wait without becoming passive. These are gifts that come only with years of living, loving, and learning. You're not experiencing this connection despite your age. You're experiencing it because your soul has reached the maturity necessary to handle such profound love. The angels ask me to pause here. Gabriel wants you to know there's a deeper layer to this message, a truth that might be too intense for hearts that aren't yet prepared. If you feel ready to receive the complete truth about the spiritual nature of this connection, no matter how profound it may be, write in the comments, "I am brave enough to receive the whole truth." Gabriel now reveals the deepest truth to me. You two aren't just connected souls. You're fragments of the same divine essence exploring the human experience through different perspectives. That's why you feel this completeness when you're with him. Why his absence creates a void that nothing else can fill. This connection you feel isn't emotional dependency, isn't neediness. It's the sacred recognition of your spiritual counterpart. Gabriel shows me that some souls divide before incarnating, promising to find each other again to experience love in its purest and most transformative form. You're two halves of the same divine light, exploring the journey of sacred reunion. That's why you can't stop thinking about him. That's why every cell in your body vibrates when he's near. That's why your heart recognizes something your mind cannot comprehend. You're not trying to win someone over. You're trying to reconnect with a part of yourself that was temporarily separated so you could experience the sacred joy of reunion. This understanding becomes even more profound when viewed through the lens of your life experience. You've probably had relationships where you felt you were trying to make someone fit into your life, where you were attempting to create connection where none naturally existed. But this is different. This isn't about trying to force compatibility. This is about recognizing a connection that already exists at the soul level. Your years of experience have taught you to trust your intuition, to honor your authentic feelings. When your heart tells you this connection is different, when your soul recognizes something beyond ordinary attraction, trust that knowing. You've earned the right to believe in extraordinary love. Gabriel shows me visions of the future unfolding for you both, and I can feel the divine sweetness of these revelations. I see moments where confusion transforms into clarity, where separation dissolves into union, where the love you carry finally finds its perfect reflection in his eyes. Feel the energy of this luminous future, you both walking together not just as partners, but as conscious collaborators in the divine mission you brought to this life. I see deep conversations where he finally understands the intensity of the love you carry, where he recognizes the sacred connection that has always existed between you. Breathe deeply and allow this vision to settle in your heart. Moments of absolute peace where you both are in complete harmony, where there are no more doubts, no more separation, no more pain. Only love in its purest form, flowing freely between two souls who have finally recognized each other completely. Picture this: quiet Sunday mornings where you both understand the sacred nature of your connection, where the intensity that once seemed overwhelming has transformed into a deep, abiding peace. You're both mature enough to appreciate the rarity of what you've found, wise enough to cherish it without taking it for granted. Gabriel whispers that this future isn't just possible, it's inevitable. True love always finds its way back home, and you two have been destined for each other since before time began to count. Your life experience has prepared you for this love, refined your heart's capacity to hold something so precious. Imagine the conversations you'll have, the wisdom you'll share, the way your combined life experiences will create a love story that's both passionate and profound. You'll look back on this time of uncertainty and see it as the sacred preparation period, the time when your hearts were being prepared for the depth of connection you were meant to share. If this message from Archangel Gabriel has brought peace to your heart, if you felt every word was whispered directly to your soul, leave your gratitude in the comments. Share how this revelation has transformed your understanding of the love you carry. Let your light shine for other hearts who are also navigating similar waters. For my beautiful viewers who've lived long enough to know the difference between ordinary love and soul recognition, who understand that some connections transcend age and social expectations, share your wisdom in the comments. Your experience matters, your feelings are valid, and your love story is still being written. To continue receiving angelic guidance, so that more divine messages reach you when your heart needs them most, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. The angels work through various channels, and this is one of the pathways they've chosen to reach you. Share this message with someone who also carries deep love in their heart, someone who needs to know they're not alone on this spiritual journey. Sometimes a single angelic message can completely transform how someone understands their loving experience. To my wise women who've learned to trust their hearts despite what others might say, who've discovered that love doesn't diminish with age but deepens with wisdom, you are seen, you are valued, and your capacity for profound love is a gift to this world. Gabriel asks me to leave this final blessing. May your heart remain open to receive all the love the universe is preparing for you. May your faith be stronger than your doubts. May your hope be brighter than your fears. May you recognize, in every beat of your heart, the divine presence that never abandons you. Remember, dear soul, that your years of experience have given you something precious. the ability to love with both passion and wisdom, to hope with both faith and patience, to wait with both longing and peace. You're not too old for this kind of love. You're exactly the right age to fully appreciate its sacred nature. Until the next video, beloved soul, may the angels continue guiding you in every step of this sacred journey, and may the love you carry always be the light that illuminates your path back home. So it is, and so it shall be. Amen.